Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. On today's tutorial I'll be teaching us how to add sequence and beading to our fabric. This is the neck that I want to use for this particular tutorial. I've done the front already, it's remained the back. So the very first thing that I will do is to make sure that I turn that neck with facing. You can see I've already turned it with facing. I cut that facing in excess so that it will have enough space to cover up the thread at the back after I might have finished the beading. So let's start now. For this particular tutorial, I'll be using gold sequence. I have my sand bead to be size 1 sand bead. You can see it's very tiny. And I want to use black sequence as well because I want it to be 2 colors. Then I have my needle. The needle we are using is not normal needle. This is called beading needle. You can get it anywhere they are selling beading accessory or tailoring accessory. So I've passed my thread. I've knot the thread. I'm going to pass the thread from the back. This is where we joined the facing and the main body together. So I'll pass my thread through that place. You can see the thread from the back to the front. So I went ahead and picked one sequence, just one, and one sand bead. One sequence and one sand bead. So I'll allow it to go down to the end of the thread. Then I'll bring back the sand bead. The sand bead, just let it come up a little. You can see the way I'm holding it. I want you to see it very well. I'm going to pass my needle through the hole, the same hole that it came from before. The same hole, you can see. Pass it through the sequence and give it a little space in the front. That space is where the next sequence will sit on. So it's the sand bead that will stop the thread. I'll pick another sequence. And my sand bead as well. So I'm having the two now. The same thing that we did. I'll bring back the sand bead. Let the needle pass through the same hole on that sequence again to the front. Create a little space where the next one will sit on. This is how I will continue. You can see the sand bead is what we are seeing now. That is sitting on top of that sequence, just to prevent the sequence from falling. Then I added another one like that. One sequence, one sand bead. Pass through the sequence again. Create small space in the front for the next one to sit on. This is how I will continue. So now I'm done with the black sequence. I want to create the next row. What I will do is just to pass my needle towards the next row that I want to create. Instead of going to the front again, I just turn my hand. Then I'll pick one sequence as well and one sand bead. I want to use gold now, not black again. The same thing we'll be doing. Pass it through the sequence, create a little space in the front, then bring out your needle and the thread. So I'll pick another gold sequence and black sand bead. Pass it through the same sequence. Remember to take back your sand bead. That is what will be holding the sequence from falling. Then I'll create a little space in the front as well and continue like that. Now I'm done here. I want to tie I want to turn to the next side. I'll start picking black now. Each row I want to use another color, so I don't want two colors to stay beside each other. So I'm done with the gold. I went ahead to pick the black sequence and black sand bead as well. Remember to take away the sand bead, pass it through the hole on the sequence again and create small space in the front. That's how I will continue just to form the design that I want. Now my thread has finished here. I want to tie. After passing my sand bead, I will just pass it through that sequence to the back. I can only tie it at the back, to the back. Then the way we normally tack when you are tacking button, just tie like that. Let it pick little of the fabric, then tie around the thread on the needle like 2-3 times. Make sure it's well secured. Then I cut off the excess thread. Now I've passed my thread on the needle again. I want to start. The starting must be from the back as well. So I'm going to pass it from the back, bring out the needle. Can you see? Then I went ahead to pick my gold sequence. Now it's gold sequence. I want to use gold sequence and black sand bead as well. Do the same thing we'll be doing is what I will do again. Take back the sand bead, pass the needle through the sequence and create a little space in the front. This is how I just continue. Now I am done with the length. It depends on how you want it to be. I just want this one to be like 7 rows, so I'm done with it. You can make yours to be more than that. So I'll pick my sand bead, pass your needle through the last sequence the way we normally do it. So I will tie it at the back. Remember, the tying must be very tight to prevent it from falling. I'll tie it again. Just use the tip of your needle to pick small part of that fabric, then you tie around it. I'm done tying now. I want to tie one more time just to make sure it's very well secured. Now I'm done. Then you cut off the excess thread. So what you are seeing now is the wrong side. Look at the wrong side. You can see we have thread all around. So that's the essence of creating a very big facing. So I've went ahead to lock the tip of that facing. So I'm going to use M-gum in holding down the tips of that facing so that it will cover up the excess thread, make it neat inside out. And here is the front. You can see what you are having. You can go ahead and do more than this. You can create a V shape with it. You can create any shape that you want with it. The same method is going to be applicable to everything that you want to do.